What if you had access to exclusive, dope, super fire samples, right? That no one has ever heard in their original, authentic, 100% royalty free, and they're already pre chopped for you, meaning that you don't have to spend hours cutting up the sample, putting fades at the end to make sure you get all the clicks and pops. What if that's already done for you and the samples are already hot? Samples that will be flipped by legends like Jay Dilla, RIP, Just Blaze, Alchemist, Havoc of Mob Deep, DJ Premier, Pete Rock. I mean, we can keep going, right? Legendary producers, even Dre, his Gin and Juice was a sample. G Thing was a sample, right? The drums in Gin and Juice actually, and there's some a guitar lick in there too. That's a part of the drum loop. Anyway, not to go that deep, but basically what I'm saying is, what if you had samples of that caliber, a whole arsenal of them that were exclusive, no one else had access to, you've never heard them before, the world has never heard them before, but they sound like they're from that time. Like I'm talking about samples of records that resemble the Temptations or other legendary bands like Zapp and Roger. I mean, we can go on and on. That Motown sound, you know, that beautiful orchestral sound, or James Brown, or man. Wait till you hear these samples. Let me actually play some for you. You heard the one in the beginning. It actually extends a lot further. So across 36 keys, each sample is. Also, uh, I'm going to show you how to use this plugin because not everybody's familiar with the chop method. So this method, shout outs to my dude Graydon Square. He's the one that showed me how he chops his samples. And also Jay Dilla, the legendary, I learned how he does as well. So both of these styles are very similar, and I implemented them into this plugin. Producers ask like, yo, am I gonna be able to add my own sounds to this plugin? No, you're not. This isn't that type of plugin. This is one of one. You won't find this plugin anywhere else, and I say that because or this type of plugin, this is the only one to exist. What you could do in your DAW, you can't do with this plugin. So when I'm saying that, I'm meaning that you can already do add your own samples to your DAW or the sampler within your DAW. But what this plugin is, it's samples that are already in here, that are already sourced for you, that are hot, 100% royalty free. Like I said, you've never heard them before. And also, they're already pre-chopped and cut up for you. Cut up in the same way that a Just Blaze or a Jay Dilla or Alchemist would do, right? So let me go through this sample again so I can show you how it sounds all the way through. Right? And so the samples are cut up in such a way that you're able to create your own samples from these samples. I know it's crazy. Just four keys. You can pick any four keys and combine them together to make another dope sample out of the sample. So let's do something random. Right? There's four random keys you could select and create a whole new sample, and you could do more than that. So that makes the samples easy to flip. Like you could spend hours just creating tons of different samples out of the same sample. This plugin comes loaded with a bunch of samples already. You don't have to go anywhere to go try to crate dig. They're already sourced for you, and they're in the same caliber as legendary favorite producers. So let's go through a couple of more. And you can fill out the tempo. So they're all chopped up like, because you want to be able to just do. You want to just be able to flip easily. So let's run through this whole sample though. Right, and you can slow it down if you want to, just by hitting the pitch it down. So okay. And look, I'm just like 5 minutes in, and I've already made like 10 different samples already, just from playing around with these presets. You can even filter it down. Right, if you just want to use that bass. You could add reverb, delay to it. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I've never made that combination before. There's a lot you could do with these samples. So they're broken up into 2 banks right now. We are working on some other ones that we may include in this first special edition. So this one is called Funk Chops. We have another expansion called Soul Chops. We're still developing it in everything. So once it's done, you'll see that ID card, that expansion card pop up on the screen too. So let's see what this is. This is called D-Town Groove. This is in the Soul Chops. So the Funk Chops sounds more like Zap, Parliament, Earth, Wind, and Fire kind of funk. Whereas Soul Chops is more like Motown, Temptations, Diana Ross, Smokey Robinson, Marvin Gaye, that kind of sound. But then even more so, James Brown is within both of those. So you got a little James Brown in the Funk Chops and in the Soul Chops. But let's go through it so you can hear for yourself. So this one's called D-Town Groove. So I'm gonna just mess around and see what kind of chops I could put together to come up with a new banging sample. Okay, so you know that's nasty. I'm sorry I got lost in the days in that one. That's what's gonna happen because they're already pre-chopped up, and every segment is its own piece, and it makes it to where you could flip these faster than ever and make your own unique samples out of them. Like I said, producers have asked, "Hey, can I put my own samples in here?" No. We wanted to make this plugin one of one. We wanted to make it something that never existed before in its time ever of plugins ever created. Not in this way. So let's see. Let's go to something. See this ragtime nights. You can hear Biggie or somebody flowing on something like that. You can hear Nas on something like that. You can hear Benny the Butcher on some stuff like this. And the cool thing about it is I could drop the release all the way down so that way I can control how long the sample holds for. So if I want it real tight, I could as you see, I got lost in flipping that sample. That's what's gonna happen, man. When you have access to all these dope fire samples inside of this plugin already pre-chopped for you, you're gonna go bananas. I promise you. So grab it. Know you need this in your arsenal. You don't want to miss out. This is one of one, and we're happy to bring it to you. Thank you for your support. Thanks for rocking with us and being part of the movement. Appreciate you. Peace, love, and beats.